there folks, welcome to another Expat Taffy video. Another video in the series where I'm going to be proving that the spacesuits they used for Apollo in the late 60s and early 70s were totally unsuitable. They were complete failures. They were nothing more than simulation costumes or theatre costumes, just for the purpose of making the photos and the Apollo scenes. But they would not do the job. They were completely useless. Now, there's also already been some videos done on this by another mate of mine, and I have also done another video on these suits dealing with the fake pressure gauges. Now, the pressure gauge is something that was added to the suit to accompany another part which is called a purge valve. They are both connected. One will not work without the other. Now, I've already proven that the pressure gauges are simply fake. The pressure gauges on the astronauts are either penciled in, drawn in, they're composited on, or they are copied and pasted on, and with some later ones a fake gauge just slipped into the glove of the astronaut. But they're impossible to work. And what I'm going to be showing you in this video is this other component called a purge valve is impossible to work. Now folks, let me mention something else important here now before I start delivering the evidence. Whenever the brilliant expat Taffy produces irrefutable evidence of fakery, be it in photos or videos, what we get is NASA immediately changing the photos, altering the story, or bringing out other videos to say, no, expat has got it wrong, here's how it was done. And that was done with another item I showed before of astronauts making a slow jump down off the ladder by using a chair stair lift. And what they have done now that they've exposed these pressure gauges as fake, and they know I'm going to do this video with these purge valves fake, they have now brought out in the last week a video showing here is how the purge valve works. And it's no good the nutters coming back and saying, don't be so silly, look at the date on it, it was out last year. No, it wasn't out last year, folks. They've got ways of dating back videos, and I know how they're doing it. They're giving it fake dates. It was only introduced last week. But what they don't realize is they've shot themselves in the foot. Because I'm going to show you that their description of this purge valve is more ridiculous than it was before. Okay, take a look at this photo here. Here's a photo of Buzz Aldrin, a famous photo of Buzz Aldrin on the moon. Now, this one is not the original. It's one that's been modified to hide a serious error when it was first introduced. What you can see with this one is the photo is cropped smack to the top of the helmet. And if you look at the next photo, you'll see why they cropped it off. Okay folks, take a look at that photo here now. This is the original. And if you look, you'll see a very serious error, and that is, he's got no aerial. He never had an aerial. Now folks, take a look at this Apollo 15 photo here. Another purge valve anomaly, a whistleblower's clue. That's really going to put the icing on the cake. Take a look at this one when I crop around his stomach. Okay folks, take a look at that. Cropped and brightened up for you to see it a lot easier. Now when the brilliant expat Taffy discovered that 6 years ago, I must say it took me a while to figure out what it was. But after I relined it, I turned it through about 60-70 degrees to get it upright. It soon became obvious to me what it was. Let's take a look at what Joan Evans claims it is. There you are, folks. That's what Joan Evans claims it is. She claims that object is this purge valve here. Now, do they look exactly the same to you? They sure don't to me, folks. Take a look at it again. Well, folks, what about you? Do you think those two items look exactly the same? Because the nutters Joan Evans, Birdie Slack, Screwball Screwy, and the other idiot, One Big Monkey, all state they're exactly the same. Let me give you another comparison. Here you are, folks. Here's what the brilliant expat Taffy claims that object pasted onto the astronaut is. It's nothing more than a 12-volt mini air compressor, a tire inflator. Just look at the similarities to the modern one on the left. The modern one on the left has got feet for sitting down on the ground. The one off the astronaut, it's got a flat base plate for sitting down on the ground. The one on the left has got a round motor. Blue, a central motor. The one on the right has got a round motor, a black one. The one on the left has got an air compression chamber with cooling grids on it. The one on the right has got an air compression chamber with cooling grids on the right. And the one on the left has got a dial gauge for the pressure. Being a more modern one, it's a digital one. The one on the right, being an old one, you can see that pot sticking up. That's the analog pressure gauge. Well, which do you think has the most similarities, folks? Expat Taffy's claim here that it's a tire inflator, or Joan Evans claiming it's the purge valve? And there's more evidence coming up. Now, folks, as I said earlier on, the purpose of these videos is we're going to prove that the suits they claim they used to go to the moon in the 60s and 70s were totally unsuitable. They would not work. They are fake. They are no more than simulation costumes or theatre costumes. Now, I've got a lot more items to cover, so I don't want to spend too much time on this purge valve here. You've seen the whistleblower's clues telling us that it is fake. It will not work. What I'll do another video, especially on this new video NASA have brought out trying to justify this purge valve. I'll show you where they've shot themselves in the foot, changed the story, changed the operation of the apparatus, and show you how they've proven that it's totally impossible to work. So I leave you with one photo now with this purge valve, and you just have a look at it, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, folks, I leave you with this photo here now. It's out of a video by the stupid idiot Joan Evans. What Joan doesn't realise is she made a right prat of herself with this photo. Look what she goes to say. It's not an air compressor, it's a button, a release catch. Press down on the button on each side of the OPP, turn and remove the oxygen purge valve. Okay, folks, take a look at this photo here now. AS16-116-18718. Now, here's another one where we've got a whistleblower removing a purge valve and replacing it with something else. Okay, folks, take a look at this crop section of this Apollo 16 astronaut. Note the blue arrow at the top. What we've got there is the whistleblowers have removed his purge valve. They are giving us more clues that the purge valve is fake. They have removed it and they've replaced it with a handful of licorice allsorts. And I'll give you a closer look at it a bit later on. Now, licorice allsorts are square, sweets, flat layers and different colours. Easily recognizable. And look at the yellow arrow. Now, he's got a red ball, but he hasn't got a purge valve. But the red ball is not hanging on Cornelius Crew's guitar string. It's the same as I showed you in Apollo 15. It's on a flat bar. There you are, folks. Can they be any clearer than that? Licorice allsorts, square sweets, that are flat layers and different colours. And in the back you can see the little round sugar balls that you get on licorice sweets. There you are, folks. There's a close-up of the licorice all sorts. Well, what do you think of that, folks? Anything you see in there that will convince you that these photos are genuine and were taken on the moon, as stated by Joan Evans, Brian Pop Robson and Cornelius Crew? Now, not to make the video too long, I've just got one more surprise regarding whistleblowers' clues and this fake purge valve. Step 1. A photo of Buzz Aldrin training. Okay? Step 2. It's been photoshopped. Okay, folks, take a look at this cropped midsection of this Buzz Aldrin here. Look at my top red arrow. Well, it's not red, it's pink. I've chosen pink so that Birdie Slack can recognise it.
How difficult is this to understand?
See what I've got there? What is this? It's pointed to something that's round. Okay? Well, I'll soon reveal what it is now. Now look at the pink arrow on the left, bottom left. It's pointing to the purge valve. Okay, do you see it there? The red purge valve. But look at the arrow on the bottom right. Where's his red ball? Well, let's take a look at the next photo, shall we? There you are, folks. That's what that object is up above. It's a real red apple. What you've got here is the whistleblowers saying to Joan Evans and Brian Pop Robson, oh, if you want to call the red ball a red apple, I'll give you a red apple. Here you are. He's put a red apple in, a real one, but it's not in the right place. It's on the next connection up, the blue one. And they say there's no whistleblowers. Okay, folks, that brings us to the end of this video, where I have shown you that this component that they call a purge valve is utterly stupid, it will not work, and it is fake.